Committee. The committee put their heads together and they started their own thing.
Hey y'all, it's Izzy Harrison and you're tapping in with the committee.
What's up guys, this is Azrae Stevens and you're tapping in with the committee.
Big shout out to the committee. Y'all hold it down for us.
Shout out to the committee.
You are rocking with the committee. The committee. We committee.
Some people ain't gonna like it, and some people will.
Hello, Brandon. Nice to see you here at this exact time.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
Amen, amen. Everybody's... Y'all still got leftovers?
Them leftovers.
Can do.
They just went down the garbage disposal and I just took the trash out and the dishes is in the dishwasher. I'm done. I don't want to see another dressing, another collard green, and no more yams. Please.
Not you yammed out.
Listen.
Not me. Eating all the seafood stuffing and seafood salad that I can eat until it's all gone.
I got to the yams.
Y'all not gonna be eating that till Christmas tournaments. Y'all know
We
what
eat it until Christmas when they make the same thing over again.
Y'all know it's Kwanzaa, so
And freeze some for Easter. Oh, we shooting. Okay. The gentleman cops are up.
I beg yours for pardoning.
The men are playing.
Ew.
South Carolina.
On this land?
Not nobody random.
I'm watching South
On this
Carolina
land?
play too.
On this land?
Yes. Listen, we ain't been 5-0 in a long time.
I guess. They be offering $5 tickets. I sure have no desire to purchase yet. But we will go ahead and get started. As I said, welcome everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a good holiday. Hope capitalism wasn't as harsh on you. We got rankings. If you visit thecommitteesportsgroup.com, our wonderful website, you'll see our full 25. We can get into, I feel like the people that voted for it are not here to discuss who's trending up, because I want to talk about Mississippi State first.
Who I completely disagree with, by the way. So there's that.
Well, then let's start there. What's missing with Mississippi State for you?
So I'm just going to start by saying that I watched a lot of basketball this past week. Thanks and no thanks to Flow Hoops and their crappy service. But I watched all of the games Mississippi State played this past week, and I just eye test wise, I wasn't really impressed at all. It's just something about them that doesn't really impress me. And there are a lot of teams like that this week, but trending up is like, I don't know. I've watched them almost lose and honestly should have lost. Like, I think Clemson lost the game more than Mississippi State won it, and they basically almost lost to them, a team that like South Carolina throttled. So I don't know. Them trending up just didn't make sense to me. But I guess it helps when everybody else kind of in that lower section struggled as well.
If I'm gonna be honest, I watched a lot of basketball too, and all of it was bad. I'm not over exaggerating, and I'm not trying to be rude or be mean. But I was watching all week, and literally in my head was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it looks so bad. I'm not sure what's going on. I literally am like, have we ever seen a start to a season be this mid? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm watching, people can't score. It just doesn't I'm literally outside of South Carolina, UCLA, North Carolina State, Stanford, and when I say Stanford, I really mean they're Kiki and Cam mostly. And who else? Is that it? Outside of those teams, I'm kind of like, it's early, so there's that, but the rest of it just kind of look like a clusterfuck of what is going on. Like literally, that's why I ranked the top 5 and left it alone, because all of it is just not good to me. I don't know. Literally, the most entertaining game I watched all week was yesterday when I turned on and saw Jack State and UAB. It's bad, all of it. I'm not sure what's going on, to be honest.
Okay.
It's like everyone was also hanging out with their man this summer, or woman, you know. But
Oh my
they except
God.
they didn't get they didn't get a suspension for it, but you know
Yeah, it don't look good. And like I said, it's early, so they have time to put this thing together. But I don't know. Like, oh,
Come on,
Kansas State looked.
inclusion.
Kansas State looked fine. Iowa looked okay. But
Kansas has looked really like good. Like it, I don't want to call it. I know like there's no moral victories, but I think Kansas competed very well this weekend. They didn't win the games, but I think if
oh
Kansas
yeah, for
keeps
sure.
trending in the right direction, they're going to be a scary team come March. Like they looked really good.
And their uniforms was cute.
Tay's old team?
Yeah.
They trying to win her back. What did they
Oh, Virginia looked good. Okay, in spurts.
what what does Kansas have that, people should keep an eye on?
For me, I just think they're really solid all around. They play together. They kind of they got motors. They'll play. They little point guard, I think she was 0. She was pretty solid. They're big. She had the 6'13" hair. I don't know her name. Jackson, Tiana, something. She was straight. I don't think not one person stood out to me specifically, but as a team, they just kind of was like, okay, like they were working with something. They played good together as a unit, in my opinion.
Oops, I was on mute. My bad. Um, let's talk a little bit of Ivy League hoops. Princeton's trending up.
As always.
What are y'all
Yeah,
seeing from
Princeton has
Princeton?
looked good. I think it's kind of similar to Kansas in how there's not like just one person, but as a unit, they all play really well together. They're probably so far the only team. They played UCLA tougher than UConn did, uh, and it was at UCLA. Like not at a neutral site where their fan base was larger. They went into UCLA and played them really tough. uh, yeah, I just like the way they look right now.
Okay, and then our final team trending upward was Penn State. B, is your daughter back yet?
We're taking it day by day. I've written a
Okay.
letter. I've written a letter. I just don't know where we stand right now. They ain't nobody pick up.
He don't even know who you talking about.
Oops. Come on, we had a truce going.
Ain't no truth. I just been ignoring him every step for the past 2 weeks,
You just messaged me like yesterday, so please.
and I didn't give. No,
Ooh.
you messaged me,
Ooh.
Shawnee. Continue, please.
Rashard, have you happened to see Penn State?
Yes, they look amazing. I think I should adopt that child off of him since clearly the child is not being cared for. But yeah, that's
Ashley's playing?
nope.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. I know who you're talking about. I know. Do he know is the question.
Well, oh, okay. When you said adopt that child and they look amazing,
No,
I
I said they,
assumed.
as in like Penn State,
Oh,
but definitely a top 25 team
Alternative
in
facts.
my opinion. But yeah, like they could have won that game. That closing little play wasn't it, but that's a good team right there. So when they get Ashley, it's going to be only up from there.
Okay. We had some teams drop this week. UConn, what's going on with the Huskies? Is it still Page or bust?
It is and it shouldn't be, but I do like the freshmen. I think the freshmen
Yeah, they
come
look
in and
good.
give really good energy, the energy that UConn kind of needs to see from Nika and Aaliyah. They get a lot
Oh,
from.
what? Nika looked better, I will say, when Paige wasn't on the court. When Paige had to sit down, I think she was in foul trouble. We saw a couple of buckets from Aaliyah. She looked a little more aggressive. Nika kind of got she made some good passes. So I think they might just need to learn how to gel better, or maybe just not play Paige and Nika. I don't know, but I did notice that. I wanted to point that out. Nika and Aaliyah looked a
And I
little
think that
better.
was like a question going into the season, even
Uh huh.
though, everyone was like,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be fine. But it was just
Hmm.
like Nika got the
Was
opportunity to run the
hooping
team last year.
right.
And when she ran the team and she was the one who kind of got the play started and got things going, she was averaging close
She was
to
good.
9 assists, I think, or something, or even more than that. I can't remember. But now that responsibility is kind of getting taken away from her when Paige is on the court. So how does
And
that
it's
work?
not like,
And
and she's not a super good shooter.
mm,
So to me, what she's better at is leading the charge. And I understand, like, if you got Paige, then I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't want Nika on the side shooting. Like, no, ma'am, don't like,
Oops.
like, and that's not to be shady, but that's just not her forte. Like,
yeah, like I remember asking Greer at the beginning of the season, like, what's the plan for these three if they're going to be starting? Because I didn't want to see Nika at any other place besides the one. So it looks like Paige is, I want to say, kind of like ball dominant. Like y'all said, Paige or bust. That's what it's given with UConn. But I would have liked to see, like, Nika at the one, Paige at the two, AZ at the three, because that's what they was gonna do. But like, obviously now AZ's injured, so they just gotta make something work right there with Nika at the one, because like y'all said, she had a whole season at the one running the team, and Paige is literally their best scorer at the moment. So why not let her play that too? Not saying that she won't be having opportunities to, like, be a little ball dominant at times, but that should be Nika's role as point guard. Move Paige to two. They both could shine. The team was better.
And I want to give a shout out to Aubrey. Someone mentioned her in the comments. And yeah, Aubrey Griffin's she's been a really good like just a really nice bright spot for them in the tournament. When they were struggling and couldn't really get things going, she was a really huge energy boost on the defensive side of the ball.
So the Geno agenda, it's back. Like I can feel confident in holding him accountable again this year.
I mean, a lot of their fans are. After that UCLA loss, they was like, he got out coached. Oh my gosh, he's the worst. I was like, God damn, y'all.
right,
Like,
when the
whatever
thing
happened
about
to
it was,
11 national championships?
and UCLA
I
was
guess
just a
that
better
don't matter
team.
no more.
What have you done for me lately?
Not a lot.
Jeez.
Big East.
I'm about to put my hat in the ring. Has UConn outgrown Geno? Where's
Oh
Sue
Lord.
Bird? Is she on the sideline?
Oh Jesus, please.
So Florida State dropped a little bit. Y'all know what's going on with your daughter and them?
I mean, Florida State's just doing Florida State right now. I don't think they played bad versus Stanford. I just think, with the way Kiki and Cam was playing, it was kind of tough to match up with them, like post wise. Florida State had the advantage guard wise, but Stanford had the advantage post wise, and post became too much. But I don't think anything's really wrong with them. I just don't think I never had Florida State ranked super high to begin with, so it wasn't really like a big drop for me or anything like that. I think they're probably right where they're expected to be.
No, yeah, I agree. I didn't have them. I don't know where I had them, to be honest, but I know when I dropped them, it wasn't that low. It probably was like a few spots.
Yana is one of ours trying to get on stage. I couldn't see.
Let me look. I don't know why you made me co-host.
Android supremacy.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Sheep said
No.
what? Okay. So
Greer,
somebody.
respond to the invite.
Mm, no, I think she's on her yacht, so she won't be able to hear us, or we won't be able to hear her. Somebody in the comments said Gino needs a post player, so Gino's the new Brenda. That's interesting.
Not the new Brenda.
I mean, he really do though. Like, it's been some years since Gino has had like a solid post player in his rotation. So he like that's on like yeah, UConn desperately needs a big, and maybe when
Not
Ayanna
the
Patterson
Ono
comes back,
erasure.
she's not. Well, I like no
It was
shade,
supposed
but
to be
come on
Jana.
now.
It was supposed to be Jana,
You said who?
but she got hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard you. Never mind.
Yeah. So
Damn. I mean, it was supposed to be. What's that girl name? Uh, Amari, but it ain't working. It's like the third year.
I think it's like the
no,
fourth.
I was laughing at Dolores's tweet. Was it a tweet or maybe it was a direct message? I don't remember. But when he was like, Amari's probably tired of Gino because Gino only put her in when they're playing like other 6'7" beast on the court. It was like, dang, bro. Like you set me up for the kill. You don't ever play me versus the other short players. You always bring me in when we playing a Cameron Brink or a Leah Boston or Camila Cardoso. So I'm like, God dang.
But listen, I like that when she come in, she try to do what she gotta do, and it
I
don't look
mean,
like
yeah,
she.
that's fine, but at least let me work my way up to that. Like, let me play some of the little 5'10" post players that we got in the Big East.
Because I can't remember what her ranking was out of high school, but like I was
Ain't
expecting.
y'all the same age?
Yeah, and she's like a junior in college,
Oh, okay.
but
I am a super junior.
but nah, like I was just expecting like her development to go in a different direction because I'm a person personally I like how UConn develop certain players, so I'm just a little surprised like how things are going for her at Connecticut.
Mm, Gino better get on the horn and apologize to Pius Gabriel. So
I
we'll
honestly
check
had
the.
no idea she was a junior. I thought she was a sophomore. Damn.
Wait, me double check because I don't want to be saying that she a
I
junior.
thought she was a senior.
Hmm, nobody know this girl age.
He came in 21. Like, who was that class with them? 21.
Was it
Oh, that was
Sailor?
eight.
I
That
think
was
Sailor,
eight.
my child.
And you don't know how old she is?
She's a,
Interesting.
how Sailor's a sophomore in college right now because she
I feel
enrolled
like
early.
she was a sophomore like 3 years in a row.
He enrolled early out of high school. So, but yeah, Amari's a junior right now.
Well, let's talk about freshmen. Hannah Hildago, particularly.
I just
Well,
find
to
it
start.
great how,
Just give her the ACC Player of the Year award. Go ahead.
yeah, them stills like that. Those numbers are insane. Like to like do that night in night out without getting into foul trouble for real. Like that's just crazy to me. Like she's like averaging around like I don't know between like 6, 7 stills a game. That's just insane.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like when Miles gets back. Will we see the same thing we see with Nika and Paige? Will they be able to blend a little more seamlessly? Like, what's gonna happen with that? Because I feel like at this point you can't sit the girl down and like put her back on a leash. Like that's criminal. So I'm interested to see how that.
I think
I didn't want to bring it up, but Rashard.
oh I was gonna say like from like what we've seen, like Anna is her name last name like D Wolf, I think. Like the girl that came from Fordham or whatever. I think maybe she will take that bench role. They was trying to like get her going, but she hasn't really got going until Sonia got hurt. But I think she may like move to the bench and they may move Hannah to the two because obviously like she's their best scorer as well. so far. Like the post players, I thought I would see more out of Maddie, but I think
Why?
she because like I'm not gonna lie, like Maddie had a great freshman year, and I thought it would get better from there, and it hasn't. So I just thought like this being her senior.
You put your trust in the wrong girlies, honey.
No, I'm just saying. I thought like this being her senior year, like she would just give a little more like oomph in her game, but
Okay.
in that. But yeah, Hannah's their best scorer, so I expect her to move to the 2, and Olivia just run things at the 1. But I
So
think
I'm just like I think you kind of misunderstood what I said. I feel like she'll play both of them together at once, but I'm saying how would that go now that you given Hannah this big old role? Like how do you even begin to mesh that back together again? That's more so what I'm saying. Not like technically who's gonna be on the court. Yeah, that makes sense. But how is it gonna work? That's what I'm interested to see.
But based off what I'm seeing, it seems like Hannah is a scoring guard. So I don't think it will really be like that much of a difference. Like obviously Olivia is going to be the one that's controlling the game because that's
That's how is that not that to me that's the clear difference. Hannah has the ball in her hands and she is running the damn show. Like she is the ringleader. So yes, Hannah is a scoring guard, but to take away that you done unleash this dog. She got the BDE, she be doing this, she be doing that, she be doing this, and then to kind of not take it all away, but to put it in a box and say, oh no, here's this girl. Now she's gonna run the show. Duh, she could score. Like she could do all of that. That's not what I'm saying. It's the how do you take that back? How do you take away something like that you've given this girl and she's gotten so good at it and she's got this energy behind it? How do you say, okay, now I'll put another big dog on the court. I'm gonna tame you a little bit, take the ball out your hands, let her run the show and this and this and this. Could it work? Sure. But you feel what I'm saying? Like that's a lot.
it may take a few games to like get like
Because, like I said, that's I feel like the issue is with Paige and Nika right now.
no, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Somebody hitting the portal.
No,
No, it ain't.
Nah,
Oh, now why
No,
would
it's
you?
not.
I
Hey,
it can definitely work. It's just gonna
didn't
take
even
some
try
time for
yet.
the coaching staff and for the players really to get used to one another on the court, get used to each other's tendencies and stuff like that. But the good thing is that she gets I don't want to say a lot of her points, but she finds a way to score off of her defense as well. And so scoring is really never going to be an issue for her because I feel like she gets at least 10 to 12 fast break points a game at this point, it feels like. So
Jordan said, Liv said she was open to playing off the ball as well.
wait who?
Jordan
I'd
said,
rather,
Liv said,
I'm not even going to lie, I'd rather Hannah play off the ball just because she's better scorer. But yeah, you
She a
go,
better
girl.
scorer for sure.
You go.
What was Olivia's injury again?
I think she had tore her ACL.
don't start me the
Don't
line.
don't speculate
Yeah,
on.
no, because my
I do
question
not
is like, is there
remember.
gonna
I just
be?
know she had surgery in April.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has
I
her.
knew it was a big one. So like, will there be a minutes restriction? I guess is my question. Because to
But
me, that kind of determines who. Like, if you trying to ease Olivia back in, like, I would just let Hannah keep doing her, and like let her come. Not so much. Yeah, I guess get in where you fit in. Especially if you still trying to like trust your body and get back to what you was. Like, let's
depends.
ride this one.
I think it depends on the mindset that she's displaying in their practices as well, because you ain't gonna put that person on the court until you see that they're ready in practice.
And I
So
also feel like even let it ride or feel it out. I feel like that sounds good, but we like I'm like
We trying to
you know
win.
what I mean? Like we being real. Like I'm that girl. I step back on the court. This my shit. Like I run this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to be like in a selfish like they hate each other type way. Nah, but that's just when you got that mentality. That's just who you are. Some shit you should see how it go.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
when Sonya will return from her knee injury. So
Girl, I mean, boy, we's not worried about that.
but what
What
reaction?
is going on here?
I'm sorry, I was scanning my receipts and I didn't realize it made that noise.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Okay. So we'll monitor the Fighting Irish, make sure they're not Yukon or Connecticut in terms of how their two superstars interact. So any teams that got left off the 25 that y'all want to vouch for?
I
That
think
just
everybody
make
after 5 should have got left off. To be honest.
But you said low?
Everybody after 5 should have gotten left off.
Oh, I'm weak.
Low to
okay.
top
I
5
wanna
only.
Yes, because I just don't know what's going on, honey.
No, I remember the tweet that Low had the other day. She was like, "Yeah, I'm doing rankings, and after like 5, I don't know."
Yeah, I said, yeah, like I don't tell.
shout out to Harvard. They had, you mean a good tournament in California or wherever they played. So Harmony Turner led the way.
Yo,
So
she's
I
perfect.
think
She's her.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Princeton
I like
versus
Harvard.
Harvard.
I
Hold
think
on.
Harvard's
When they
gonna
play?
shock some people if the Ivy League can be a 2-bid conference. I think Harvard will get the second one, or I don't know who wins that conference really,
What
but
Columbia
I think
doing?
Harvard will be, because Harvard played Baylor like really really close. Like that was a good game.
Columbia is 3-4
Oh,
overall.
Damn.
Harvard is 5-2. Penn is 4-2. Princeton is 4-2. What's going on with Yale? They 0-6. Is everything okay over there?
Academics, girl, academics. Ain't nobody worried about the
right.
basketball.
They don't care.
Got
You
future
right.
doctors on that team. What do you mean?
And it's midterms.
right.
I respect it. But yeah,
I
let me
think Harvey's
see.
gonna use her 50th elsewhere.
Who?
Harmony. I think she if they don't make the tournament, I can see her dipping and going somewhere else for a chance to compete for NCAA tournament.
You know, so funny.
USC.
Always thinking that, like when she first started college, like she probably gonna get this degree at the school that she want to attend, and use that COVID year to like play at another school.
If that's the case, I've been thinking that since high school. So don't get your hopes up.
But
Don't
like
get
she
your
was
hopes up.
recruited by what wasn't she like number top 50 or top 75 out of her class? And
Yeah, she's definitely like top. Yeah, definitely top 50, top 20.
And once I saw like Harvard in that list, I'm like, yeah, she picking that school, and like maybe she'll probably go back home for her like final year.
Home as
uh,
in the WNBA. That's the goal. That's her goal. We'll see.
I
is she
mean,
from
that
Texas?
school in Texas.
Yeah, she's from Texas, but
okay,
yeah,
well, so when you say home in the WNBA, there's one option, and don't do that to
exactly.
her.
I
That's
mean, her daddy is a radio host. He would be glad to.
Oh
Take
wow.
Reagan Peebly job. So yeah, sound like a
Oh,
double whammy to
where?
me.
Oh,
Not
absolutely not.
uh,
Please.
well, okay, wait, because then she would get to graduate. It might have to happen.
Plus, my comp for her is Mariah Jefferson, so it only makes sense. Mariah Jefferson had to put on that jersey, so she will too at some
I
point. So
mean, old boy
Hmm.
at TCU could bring her there.
It depends on what's going on this year. Is Greg trying to draft all guards, trying to go all white again, trying to go all big this time? Like
they just need
you
to give up their draft picks at this point. I'm tired of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Worth noting, December 2nd, Michigan plays Harvard on ESPN Plus. Um, December 28th, Harvard plays Rhode Island. And
Now,
then
after what I saw in this little Thanksgiving tournament against Ole Miss, I'm not interested in watching Michigan play again.
well, no, true. But I meant from a Harvard perspective, playing a Power Five, even
Like
if it is Michigan.
There
I
are
have
a lot of teams in that tournament that I am never going to watch. Not this season, man. Oh my gosh. I know those people in the Bahamas was pissed. Like you go from having like UConn and South Carolina as your like finale just like 2 years ago, and then boom. Like what the hell?
was so excited for that game too. Like I'm like, all right, about to watch Michigan. Like I'm thinking like they about to give a Ole Miss a good game, and they like 5 of like 30 something whatever the entire game. I'm like, wait, you gotta be like kidding me. Like, ain't no way they made like 5, 6 field goals, and it's the fourth quarter right now. Like that was an ugly game.
Okay, so this is what goes back to Lowe's point.
Thank
Uh,
you.
let's go. Let's go 2 tournaments, Thanksgiving tournaments. So, y'all, the Bahamas one was not to your liking. What other were there any better ones? What was the best tournament?
I maybe
Okay,
the
let me think.
How was the ball
Mm.
though?
I did like the matchup between Kansas State and Iowa State. That was a good matchup. I think the coach made some bad decisions down the line, but that was a good game. Like that was a good game.
Was it like the Gulf Coast Showcase? Is that the
Yeah.
one?
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. Which one had UCLA? No, was it
Oh no,
UCLA?
that was a different.
And whichever one had UCLA, UConn, Kansas. I enjoy that just because Kansas made the games really good. And that was an unexpected, really good game that happened. I still kind of wish that we were able to get, a possible UConn and Virginia Tech or UCLA and Virginia Tech or UConn and LSU type of matchup. So I'm still a little annoyed with them for that. But I thought some of the games were fun on that one.
I will also say that game against LSU and Virginia was good, and I want to see Virginia play like that every like night, like because the games before they were struggling like real bad, didn't look like they knew who to go to, but that game against LSU kind of looked like they had everything like put together, just some rookie mistakes down the line, and like when Mira come back, it's gonna be like even better for them.
When is she supposed to come back?
Well, shit, she had like a knee injury, right? So no telling when that's gonna happen. But it should be seasons. It happened like some point down.
What is Mira Junior?
She should be. Let me check.
Is she coming with AZ too?
Let me double check.
How do you remember that stuff like that?
I just remember she played for 2 schools in one season. Like literally, she transferred and she
All
suited
right,
right
she
up.
came in 2020, 2021.
Oh, so she's a senior.
And yeah, she played for UConn 3 games in 2021, 2022, and then
I said
finished.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
Whoop! Don't got to worry
No,
about
thank
me.
you.
yo, that's crazy. He had 2 different stats from both that the same season. He went from 0 points per game to 11, eight, and 0.7 rebounds to 8.3. Nah, yeah, she got out.
I thought
Nah,
that
all right.
I thought that
She's,
Cancun tournament was very interesting to watch. It was a lot of mid, like just fighting mid. So
Oh,
between between
okay.
mid and
Craig. Okay. Did
So when
anyone
you say
impress you?
mid, do you mean mid majors or do you mean just mid
No,
basketball?
girl.
mid basketball, as
No,
in
girl.
I
UMass,
just had to clarify,
Maryland,
man.
whatever. Yeah, I mean they could get it together. You mean these are the teams that could get it together, but right now it's just not. It's just not turning. As far as like A&M as well, like very mid, but I enjoyed watching them play this weekend, getting it gel it together. So yeah, very
Texas
mid, but
A&M. You said Texas
yeah,
A&M.
yeah, Texas
How'd my
A&M.
daughter look?
Uh, they're gelling better. Janiyah, they want her to be a more facilitator. She bring the ball down the court. India Rogers looks okay. She's working her
Koulibaly.
way, trying to get a shot. Cool Bali is a bowling ball. She's just gonna go through her opponent.
Okay,
She good. She gonna be all
that's
right.
yeah,
that was like my critique. Like sometimes she do get a little wild on the physical side. Like
I
just
think
They
stretch,
got her.
please.
You mean shooting a little bit more like guard? Like you mean she dribbling the ball more than she did at Auburn, which she kind of had to do everything. So it's kind of like, but
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
more
Like she had to
refined.
get the
It's more
water. She had to start the bus. She
no, Donnie manifested that transfer because she was literally doing everything there. I know she was
Bro,
shit.
it's the way y'all feel about what you've been watching is how I felt watching Auburn basketball. I was like, please, I want to stop.
She ended up watching another game from that again.
Hey, shout out
Never.
to Green Bay. Green Bay was giving people they work this weekend.
Didn't
And
they
making
beat the
people
Yeah,
Patriots?
Green
sweat.
Bay was giving people fits.
Who did they beat? Damn it, Virginia. No, Washington
Washington
State.
State.
Washington State. Yeah.
They played a couple people close. I was like, damn, like who is this? Who on there?
And in
Who
the
is this team?
same vein, Western Kentucky, because I saw them the other night. They had played Vanderbilt, and then I saw they had, I can't remember who it was, but they hung with them, and I was like,
Let's not skip over
these.
Vandy.
Yes.
Vandy's been hooping. They've been doing a good bit of
Mm-hmm.
scoring. I think they're gonna be a tough one. I'm excited to see them play tomorrow. They got NC State tomorrow, so that's gonna be like a really good litmus test for them to see where they are right now. So
Mm-hmm.
They,
I think
they,
it's
they,
tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or sometime during
It
this
should be because
ACC SEC challenge.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. I think it starts on Wednesday, and then I think it may finish Thursday. But yeah, they're making use of that Tennessee transfer, that All American that Tennessee had on the bench.
Oop, drag her.
Yeah, a shooter,
No,
Whack
Vandy
her
is a
again.
trap team.
6'4", like that she could do it. Now look at her struggling, but yeah,
Vandy is a trap team for sure. So I like
I
them.
don't even know if they should be a trap team. Like with how they've started the season, I think history-wise, you probably think like, yeah, no one's really like going to be locked in for this Vandy game, and you could possibly lose. But just with
Exactly.
how Vandy's but how they've looked this season, if you're a coach, there's no way you're not getting your team prepared to be like, nah, for real, don't
Yeah, you got them
not
more
take
scoop
this
shots.
team seriously.
can
I
we
think they
as
might have to
fans?
catch somebody before everybody's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you serious about that?" I'm listening now.
No, I was just saying, can we as fans start the negotiation process for Mizzou and Kentucky to leave the SEC next year for two Pac-12 teams that we can swap?
Send them to the Missouri Valley.
It's only two Pac-12 teams left. Hell, you talking about?
We'll take them from the ACC, from the Big 12. We willing to negotiate at this
Hell,
point.
We
we'll
will
take
trade you
We got
Missouri
OU,
for.
I was
Texas.
like, we could take Missouri State.
Look, give us Cal State, Northridge,
Give us Gonzaga.
UC Santa Barbara.
why do you say Gonzaga like that?
Come on, we've been doing well.
Give us South Carolina State. That'll do it.
Definitely not.
Ooh, hey, watch your mouth.
That's not your school.
It doesn't matter. I love my HBCU and his too. So now what?
Word.
Wow. So Tyler's not here. You got to fill in as a resident HBCU hater.
Don't you say it, Tyler.
Where is Fox?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's kind of wicked to have on air. I'm sorry.
He gonna get
Speaking of
No, don't do that, y'all. Norfolk State is still what? 5-1, 6-1. They still hooping.
Yeah, they lost one recently, but other than that, I think they're good. I think they only got that one loss.
Don't they got like
Mhm.
this mean stretch of like probably 3-4 Power Fives coming up?
I think they do.
Yeah, they got
But
Minnesota. Ooh, they got
but
Minnesota,
you
Wake
know,
Forest, and Auburn.
that's a
yeah, they're
nice little stretch of
6-1.
games. Shout out to Mississippi Valley State. I listen, that schedule that they put together for them girls, I pray for that team, okay? In their mental state, because like I get the money aspect of things, right? Like I understand the money games and stuff, but that is a gauntlet that they're going through right now. Like LSU,
And I don't know if
Utah,
they ready.
South Carolina. And then they said last season they were like last in their conference. So it's just like what?
Yeah, like
That
you didn't
is
have to do all of that.
like that is and it's not even done. Let me see who else they gotta play because it's a
I think they
lot
have
coming
Utah.
up.
They have Utah coming up.
They already played
Yeah.
Utah.
They play UAB. soon.
Because, like, when I heard the little presser, she was like, she was just proud of us and cheering. And I was like, sister, and you scored 19 points. Like, Benedict is D2 and hung tough with the championship Gamecocks. Like, what's going on? So maybe, maybe we don't have to go that hard. I get it. I respect it. You not running from the grind, but maybe back away a little. It's okay. Nobody will fault you.
You
You
found a
ain't gotta
yell now?
run from the grind. Maybe
Yeah.
jog.
Just step away
Tiptoe a bit.
slowly, Yeah.
It's Ole Miss, A&M, Mississippi State, and Alabama. Oof.
Bro, what?
Yes.
About to
They've
get
already
pummeled.
played Utah, LSU, and South Carolina.
Like, man, come on.
They got UAB tomorrow. Yeah. I hope
Hey, shout
The
out to
kicks are nice.
her.
I hope she
Yeah.
buying them some real nice kicks or something with at least one of them checks they getting. Like,
Well,
take them on
Ja
a
gave
nice
them a
little
special.
vacation.
He gave them a
Like, I
special
hope
edition Ja one.
stuff is still being implemented and it's not just like, okay, go out there and do whatever because we're, undersized or undermanned or whatever. Because it's like, that's not really helpful if you get to tournament time and y'all haven't been practicing good habits because you've been out there just trying to fight for your life every game, everywhere, on TV.
Like, I was watching the South Carolina game and I was like equally excited, but also really sad. Like, I was just like,
Yeah.
damn, I don't want to cheer anymore. Like, I don't like, should I cheer? I don't like when we get a steal, like when Ray we get a steal, I'm like, ooh, yes. Then I'm like, ah, damn. And then they do a lob and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. And I'm like, ah, shit, look at the score.
Yeah, we gotta bring Benedict back. I'm sorry.
Good on
Oh
Oregon.
my gosh.
But good luck
Norfolk
to them
State.
on the rest of their season, man. I'm rooting for them.
Norfolk State plays Auburn on the 16th on SEC Network Plus. I don't want to watch another Auburn game, but I want to see NSU. Johnny keeps haunting me. Oh, why is this my life? Anyway, we move on to our article, and this week's prompt was coaches flying under the radar. Who's a coach that y'all feel like has gotten off to a pretty good start that is not one of the one of the more popular names?
None, because everybody's mid.
Okay. Well, I will start then.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah,
She
I'd
under
say
the
Shay's at the
radar?
top of my list.
I think
Oh
she.
yeah.
Everybody knows she that girl. And
I
you
mean, I
know
think
what?
so,
No,
but because of the job that she took, I mean, a lot of people have written Vandy off. They haven't done anything in years. I mean, they
I
have
got an
no.
unpopular one.
Oh, who?
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Don motherfucking Staley because let me tell you why.
that's
The
not under
girl
the radar.
app. So I'm gonna say underrated. The girls get on this app. Oh, she just a motivational coach. Oh, she just a culture coach. Oh, Dawn at X's and O's. You tell the girls to vote on who got the best X's and O's. Dawn's never on the list, even though she walking them down, down, down. You tell them, oh, but who would you want to play for? Oh, then it's Dawn because she's fun. It looks great. It looks like this. They think black women are only culture coaches, but that Dawn Staley lost 5 starters and got her team out here hooping. And then not only hooping, but hooping in a completely different way than they ever have before. She adjusted. More people are playing the style of play. Granted, we still giving it to the bigs, right? But the style of play is different. She's
And I
adjusted.
feel you. But this was more so to give credence to
No,
coaches that might not be in the spotlight ordinarily.
she's not in the
Like
spotlight for the right thing. Dawn
Don
her in the spotlight
Staley
for the
is
right
not in
thing.
the spotlight.
Not for the right thing. No, because they like to say my girl
Because
is
I
a
feel
coach.
like,
So I'm gonna
yeah,
say I'm putting
we
her in there for her X's and O's. Period. Because the girls act like she's not that girl and she is.
Nah, I see Lowe's point for sure because people
no,
be
I know because we've said that though.
yeah, they be so quick to write her off like when it's a new season starting, like playing with her with the rankings, having so many question marks around players. And it's like a good coach gonna make it work, and you guys just trust that these players that's not playing are waiting and just prepared for when it's their time to go, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Okay.
Period.
I'm gonna go Larry Vickers at Norfolk State. Cool story. I can't call him what I want to call him, but he's a former player turned coach, like played for NSU. So, good to see that they're having the success that they're having with an alum. So good for them.
Mark
Go
Campbell,
ahead, Craig.
TCU.
Oh.
No, yeah, see, I
Hmm.
was thanking him because I've been upping them since the transfer portal, but I think I just thought that Shade deserved some flowers, which I already spoke on, but I was away from my phone. But like, yeah, like I wrote about her in that article, so everybody that didn't read it should go read it. But like, yeah, I already touched on everything. Like her first two seasons were kind of a little shaky, and now she's doing the thing so far. And I think that game against NC State this week is going to be a really good one.
You think? I also like somebody in the comments said my girl at Marquette. I love her. I think she's such a good coach. I think
Megan
when
Duffy. I was literally just
I
about to say
love
her.
her. I love
Yeah.
her.
Fred Shamil.
He's been doing.
Ooh.
Is Nikki Collin on the radar?
Oh, look,
No, she's not under the radar.
No, but somebody mentioned her.
Nobody
Oh,
said
okay.
that game.
I don't
Somebody
think
says Sam
In
Purcell,
women's
but y'all said they're not
basketball, I
good.
think she could be right now. Like, I don't think she gets talked about a lot when it comes to a bunch of the other college women's basketball coaches, especially since like
Exactly.
Kim Mulkey kind of left. I feel like everybody
Hmm.
kind of just, once Kim left Baylor, everyone else kind of, like we acknowledge Baylor, but
I I also feel like with Baylor, like they've been stuck with that same Ken Mulkey like schedule since she left. It's literally the same teams. I'm not sure how things work when it's time to schedule, but I just feel like they haven't like done so much to like be like, all right, like damn, like Baylor is that team to like be talked about. Like obviously they just upset Utah, but it's still early, and like I think as the season progresses, like they'll get talked about more depending on what they do. But I feel like the best performance they put up since she like came was against UConn last year, but it only lasted for like a good half, and then UConn did UConn things and like just smoked them in the second half.
I don't think Baylor looks great. But I don't think a lot
I,
of
I
teams.
think her player development is her key. She's really good at.
Who do you think has developed on that team?
I think the people from different systems. A lot of the transfers that I'm looking at, you mean how they played somewhere else, and then how they're playing now.
Who? I feel like Asia looks the same. I feel like Drayana looks the same. I feel like little PG looks the same. Like that just maybe they're in a different
I
system,
would
but
say maybe it's the system, or I
yeah,
mean,
because they
but
not doing nothing different at all. Drayana looks like a chicken with her head cut off, like she's been.
Oh my god.
Like I don't see anything. And
the crazy thing
Uh-oh.
is that she
shady.
looked a little
I'm
bit
not
more
being
composed
shady,
than she
but
did at Kentucky.
no, I mean
Uh-oh.
she looks the same. Like you got you and you all forget Drayana played at Utah and was a dog. Like she did
Yeah.
really really well in that conference. So her
No,
coming and she's doing too much. She's charging at the basket, throwing the ball up, falling down. Asia Blackwell's been that girl. She's gonna rebound. I mean, Pilly was going through her chest, but I ain't mad at it. That's
yeah.
a big old girl. So I haven't seen anything. The little point guard girl, she was decent at Kentucky. I feel like she just left because Kentucky was never gonna be anything. But I don't
It
feel
was
like they look different. They look very like almost now that I'm thinking about it, the same to the point it's a question mark. Like why do they look the same?
Nah, they got a 6'7". They got Camila Cardoso Jr. on that bench.
I'm weak, please. That girl barely played.
She
Junior.
from Brazil.
We
She
got Camilla Carter.
Brazil.
I think she played for FBC as well, but that girl is just
Brazil.
Can you?
Nah, but yeah, Nick Collins, she
For real,
alright.
Craig?
She
No.
Brazil.
I mean,
Brazil.
but speaking on Baylor, I am interested to see how the season progresses for Blackwell since she's coming off that injury and like still knocking that rust off because I mean things have changed since I've tweeted this, but I did say like after Rakia, I feel like the best wings in the draft was like Blackwell and Jakia has not looked the best this season. So I'm just interested to see how the season progresses for those two in
The
particular.
Big 12 has kind of surprised me from top to bottom. I think that they could get maybe you mean the most bids out of any conference when we're looking at what
Draft or something?
Texas, Baylor, Kansas State. Like from top to bottom, it's kind of they gonna be fighting, beating
You
each
talking
other
about
up
in terms of the draft?
in terms of the tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
He literally said the most bids.
Right. I want to pull your ear.
all right. I could let Low pull my ear, but Brandon hush.
Oh God. You're right. She'll pull it. I'm gonna cut it off. Please.
Oh, hey, Simon Peter, what are you doing?
Van Gogh.
Oh, I feel threatened.
Tyson, please.
But now I gotta agree with Brandon because he did mention TCU, and that's the team I've been like kind of like I don't want to say big on, but I
I
was
don't
like,
need
you
no
know,
E-man
the
corner.
team. Shh.
I didn't even say TCU.
No, Brandon said TCU.
Oh, I'm about to
Uh,
say.
not you, but I was saying like that's a team that like I've been like had some eyes on because like the transfers they got old girl from Stanford, they got Jaden Owens from Baylor, and obviously Sedonia Prince, and Sedonia has been hooping like
I
That
love,
is
yo.
not the white
I
girl on the
love
team
that
that
little
they
Wait,
extra
posted.
yeah,
flair
that's
you
what
add
the
to her
girl
Because
name.
that
that
is
that's
definitely
not
not
the
her
girl
name.
that we
I
saw
love that
at
little extra flair
Oregon.
you add to her name. Where you get that?
Okay, because I was getting a little. I was like, wait, I thought it was,
Where
but
you
you
get
know, I
that?
don't know.
Get that from? That little
Wait,
extra in
He
that
put
name.
the little Spanish symbol over the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
You
Where
don't know.
it's
that
the
was my
rum,
Sedonia.
little in
And
Spanish.
Inye, he put an Inye on that though.
it's the rum punch, but
No, you
yeah.
didn't that time, please.
Nah, but like she's averaging a double double. Like she's 21 points per game, 10 rebounds per game. I'm like,
20
damn,
and
yo,
10.
we could like technically like let's be honest. Like so far, it's kind of like the same schedule that Oregon was having while
Oh
she was
my
there.
God,
Oregon was
TJ.
ducking smoke while she was there as well, and like
Where
he's
did Madison Connor come from?
where the what?
The Connor kid, the
Oh,
Connor
she came
girl.
from Arizona. So
She,
yeah, like they got like a lot of transfers and like they just hooping over there. Like I don't know how they gel well so far, but
So
damn,
wait, you were saying TCU has a
they
comparable
pulling stuff
schedule
out.
to Oregon
Yeah, and they pulling shit out
and
of. Yeah, I've heard that. And then that
Senora Sedonia is
what are you doing with the television?
Senora Sedonia is doing 20 and 10 for Mark Campbell and Kelly
he couldn't even get 10
Everybody
rebounds
going to
out of
Brazil.
her. And that's why I need
Grace.
Andrew to come up here to this stage because he over here talking about she was the issue, and it's looking like he wasn't.
Like, come on now. She
He
definitely
looking like
had her. She had
Two
her
things can be true
issues.
at once.
Yeah, two things could definitely be true.
it
She
can be
needed the
true,
new
but guess what?
scenery, and Oregon
Guess
needed her gone as well.
guess what? I have
Come
an
on, Zach.
agenda. I have an agenda, and right now a lot of people from Oregon is gone, and look at them now. It's not working. It's not adding up. So I hope Andrew listens to this after.
Speaking of
He'll
Kelly
scroll past your
Graves,
part. He'll just scroll past it.
It's okay. You know I'm gonna tag him in the chat.
you gonna get blocked,
I got
kicked
his
out of
number.
chat.
Text him.
We need to back to it right now.
He blocked me there. Text now. I'm gonna keep going. The hating never stops. Shawnee taught me that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know it would go this far. Oh my goodness. So, are there any other coaches who are not getting the shine you think they should at this point?
I know some that need to be on the way out list.
Oh, not the hot seat, not the
But
antithesis.
some of these seats getting real warm.
That deal.
Wait, real quick. Somebody said that Duke is a sleeper team, and I only agree if they can play how they play Stanford night in, night out. Because before that, they was looking a little shaky.
Oh my god, I went to give somebody credit just now, and I didn't know they were 1-6. Never mind.
What was you gonna give them credit for, B?
Huh?
He saw the
Looking
one
good.
game.
He saw one game.
He watched the one
I
game. Was
was
like,
about
this
to be
team is
like,
it.
I was about to be like, shout out to my homegirl down there. I'm like, oh shit, they
Mm-hmm.
1-6.
Oh
Never mind.
no, you made it personal.
Right.
I will,
Okay.
while the team may not be performing the best. Shout out to Zay Green. I was gonna give her coach some some love for the schedule, and then basically being able to showcase Zay to the world who may have forgotten about her. But yeah, that record right now.
What team is it?
UAPB.
UAPB.
That baby
Okay,
mama.
well, we will keep them uplifted in
I would
prayer.
say Zay made all tournament teams.
Yeah, it'll
She
be
won her
good for
gown well.
when they get to the SWAC schedule. That'll be good for her. But yeah, currently,
Yeah, for sure. And then also, I mean, like, look at her, just like her height and what she's doing. She's definitely like a player that could be picked in the draft early on.
they're definitely collecting checks. But to be honest, outside of Oregon, the other games, okay, and Clemson, okay, and Arkansas State, okay, never mind. I was about to say they were pretty close games, but yeah, it's a lot of 30-point losses. Never mind.
Yo, he said okay, and okay too.
I
I'm just
told you,
trying.
Brandon saw the one game and was like, heck yeah.
I will say they do play better when they slow the game down. Whenever they can
Yes.
slow their opponent down, the game is just a little bit, less chaotic for them. They get transition points, but that's not their go-to.
I just wish the W. I don't trust the scouting for some of the people in the W, and hopefully with them seeing that she's performed well at Tennessee, she's performed at A&M, that she obviously has some sort of pro pedigree, but I just don't trust them to scout HBCU.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of, almost forgot what she did at Tennessee for a second. So
Yes,
yeah.
because she's 30.
Stop it.
Good heavens.
She
Don't
took a
forget
That
year
is
off. She took a year
Don't
off.
forget she was at Texas A&M for that one season.
Oh,
She took a year off.
dang.
Yeah, she was at Texas A&M with Alexis.
She was on there. She was
Damn,
on the
I'm
year
not
when
gonna
they
lie.
were SEC
That's
champs.
that's a team to
Dang.
have. You got
No,
Alexis,
I was being
Jordan
She's
facetious
Nixon,
talking about
about
dang.
and Zay
that,
Green.
but
God
Jesus.
damn.
I was being funny about being 30, but I mean,
She actually might be 29. Like, why are you playing?
I checked the
She
age.
played with. I think didn't she come in with Mimi?
Yeah,
She's 20. She's 2016.
Hold on,
yeah.
she
She
might have
been.
came
She's
in.
my
She might have
class.
came in with
Yeah.
Taya.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I'm
lie. I
lying about
remember.
Taya.
2017.
no,
Yo,
for
She's
real. How old is
2017.
that
She's
baby?
2017.
she
She the
originally
same age as
com-
Kennedy.
Oh
How
my
old is
God,
that
she
baby?
played
Wait,
with.
she's
She
20
played
what?
with
Correct?
Asia.
Wait, but pause. Wasn't she high school teammates with Deja Kelly? If I'm not mistaken.
No,
She's not that
Deja,
old.
Deja didn't go to South Grand Prairie.
No, wait. I thought it was Dunk. What's it called?
Duncanville.
Oh,
Yeah,
but now
she
how
was
old is the
there.
girl?
She
Wait,
played against
wait.
Asia.
Zay
Her
was
Asia
Deja
there.
moved
senior
in
year.
her. Deja didn't go to Duncanville all 4 years.
Oh yeah, you're right. She did transfer.
She
No.
came from San Antonio and
Yeah,
then
you're right.
came.
You're right. You're right.
Asia done moved on and won 2 rings, 2 MVPs, 2.
Oh, I'm
2000. That
crying.
baby
Like,
23.
Ain't no 23.
who?
She draft eligible for sure.
You talking about
Right,
Deja?
because they had to say she was born in 2000. I Googled it.
Who? They
Who?
was born in 2000?
Yeah, March 25th, 2000.
Okay, so she's still on track with the years that she's been injured and stuff. Come on,
Oh, God.
Wait, so how is she touching multiple generations?
cause she got injured. Don't forget the
She,
COVID year.
she played the women of Troy. Asia.
She stood up against Dawn and Tammy.
She was locking Moki down at Louisiana Tech.
But I remember she originally committed to Kansas.
I remember that. I remember
Yes,
that.
Yeah,
she did.
verbally, I think, right?
No,
She
I
had a
don't
little
know.
She had a little S Marie going on.
Oh yeah, Asbury committed to Mississippi State.
Kansas be having the Texas girls in the chokehold. I don't know what it is.
Oh
The high
damn,
school
she was
girlies
number
love
10
them some.
overall.
They love them some Kansas.
They can just focus on hoops. Because what else is there to do?
Shut corn.
Esmery verbally committed to a few schools though: LSU, Mississippi State.
Wait, yeah, because wasn't we like watching that? She was just going on tour. Everybody that took her out, she was like, hey.
And
Well,
Rashard
Mrs.
was quoting every tweet. You go, girl. You go, baby. Everyone.
No, it was not courting her.
You go, daughter.
Esmeralda's not my daughter. Look at you. You think I'm
Daughter.
Brandon? I know my children.
Now why am I in it?
Because they confusing me for you. I know my children, not you.
I know my children too. All my children. All
Who's your
four.
Next thing you gonna say, Jay Noah's not your child, but okay.
She
Daughter.
is. She is. She's literally my child. What are you talking about?
Craig, shut up.
But Esmery, I just remember she committed to Mississippi State out of high school, and then all of a sudden ended up at West Virginia. Then verbally committed to LSU. They got Angel. She said, "Fuck this," and now she at Arizona.
You still got a location, daughter.
Listen, she was hooping at West Virginia. Like, yeah, I was keeping track of her.
Who is y'all's favorite transfer? Never mind. We all know. Never mind.
Lauren Betts is my favorite.
I know it's Lauren Betts.
Lauren Betts. God damn, she's.
What's the question?
I was
I
going
thought
to say who was the best transfer, but yeah, never mind.
I thought Rashard was gonna say Lauren Ware.
No, Lauren Betts.
I thought y'all was talking about.
I'm gonna be a homer.
Shit, I'll
and
say
I'm
Lauren
going
Ware.
to
They needed
say
her.
Pow Pow.
Pow Pow. Yeah!
I'm a homer, and I'm gonna say Pow Pow on this one because Pow Pow is a difference maker for South Carolina.
I'm gonna have to go with Anissa Morrow.
Oh please.
Like, he's not wrong, but you still a fool.
That shit though.
Speaking of, I think they could beat Virginia Tech.
I think Virginia Tech could beat them.
Virginia Tech is going. They can. Virginia Tech is going to LSU up. I think.
Yeah.
I just want to go.
Okay.
No, stop it. Stop it.
So we are getting into our ACC SEC previews. Let's go ahead and start with that one.
Now, Georgia Amore might eat Haley Van Lith up.
Yes, it's gonna come down to the
guard.
Wait, pause. Don't say might low.
Don't. See that tone? You see that tone about Haley? I knew.
Listen,
I knew I was
low.
gonna
Wait, pause. You so funny, low. When I came into the spaces,
what I was talking about in the chat.
When I came into the spaces, I knew you was gonna say this. I knew you was gonna say this. I knew you was gonna say this when I came into.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Wait, hold on.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna slip.
Low, I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was gonna say those.
Hey, we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, what happened?
So
it was the other day.
So let me tell y'all. Let me tell the story. Because Rashard like to do that weird stuff. So,
what weird stuff?
Let me talk.
Josh, shut up.
This is what happened. In the chat, I asked, well, honestly, if we're talking, what's the difference? They said Deja is better off the ball as a 2, as well as Haley Van Lith. And I said, you know what? To be honest, what's the difference between a Haley Van Lith and a Deja Kelly? Because Rashard, let me finish. Rashard loves Deja Kelly and always is like, no, it's this, which is his right. That's on him. That's cool. That's not the issue. The issue is, in the same token, you realize the same thing that's okay, and he holding Deja hand for, he tried to turn up on Haley Van Lith for. And he said, oh, well, I never said such and such and such. And he is absolutely right. He didn't ever say anything technically bad about her.
Absolutely.
But let me finish. I am an English teacher. I teach tone. I teach connotation. I teach all of that. That his tone is completely different when talking about a Haley Van Lith. Let me finish. And a Deja Kelly. So now, and I told him, he said, no, it's not. I said, you're lying. And when you lie, I'm going to catch your ass, and I'm going to remember this right now, and I'm going to circle back to this conversation.
So how did I lie?
Let me finish.
That shit on the shirt.
And sure enough, I said, oh, Georgia Amore, ooh, she might eat Haley Van up. Maybe. But if it was a Deja Kelly, he wouldn't have had that same tone.
Wait, pause.
That's the difference. And you just proved it. So
low. That did not prove your point, low. Not prove your point.
Bullshit. I don't want
to. Low, how did that prove your point?
She just explained it.
Stop. I'm listening to Low.
Your tone, maybe.
But wait, you didn't.
If somebody had said Raven was gonna eat Deja up, you would have been all up in arms.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like Raven may eat Deja up. Like
May,
I'm.
you see
Wait,
how
wait, pause.
you
Because
see how
wait,
your
you asked
tone
a
was
question.
different,
Wait,
though,
pause.
Rashard?
Wait.
Do you
You
see
wait,
how your
low,
tone was
low,
different?
low. You asked a
Your
question
tone
in
was
the chat.
completely different.
Hey,
Hold
wait,
on, let him
low.
finish. Wait. Go ahead, Rashard.
She did finish.
No,
Low,
I
you
said go ahead, Rashard.
Lo, you asked a question in the chat. You said, "What's the difference?" There are a few differences between them. One guard plays a little bit of defense, and one does not play defense at all. And we all have been consistent
But
in
you're
saying,
talking
"Wait,
about
wait."
offensive
We have
stuff.
all
We
been
ain't never
consistent.
said nothing about
Wait.
no defense.
Let him finish.
Wait, we have all been consistent in saying that Haley in the SEC is not gonna work in terms of the guards that she's playing against, and also running point guard. But before she even transferred, I have also said that I think Deja should be playing the two.
And I said your tone, like just now. Back it up. Raven may eat Dave Kelly up. Backtrack for 2 minutes ago. Maybe. You see how that's
Because
different?
one guard plays.
Do you see? I'm just asking,
Have
Rashard, be
you ever
honest. Be
seen
honest.
Haley
Be
play
honest. Be
defense?
honest. Be honest with me and be honest
I
with
am
yourself
being
right
honest. Have you
now.
ever seen
Do
Haley
you
play
not
defense?
see how that's a complete difference in tone?
Wait,
Is
pause,
it
because you
different?
asked a question to
It's a
me.
yes or no question, Shard. Is that a difference in your tone?
Slightly.
Thank you. End of
But wait,
discussion. Go ahead. No,
pause.
it's nothing else to say. It's nothing else to say,
So, no,
Shard.
ask me a question
Nothing
in
else to
the chat.
say. Your tone is
Pause.
different.
No, wait.
No, he's saying his tone is different because there's
You asked me a
difference in the
question.
players.
If they're different
It's
players,
not.
I'm gonna
It's
say they
not.
are
Their tone,
different things
his
about
tone
them.
is different. When he a handhold Deja, and
No, there are different things.
tone with everybody else. His tone with Haley Van Lith
This
is not.
so you telling me there's no
Period.
difference
Just
between
like you be
Haley and
handholding with the
Deja?
other girl, but we're not gonna go there.
Wait,
Not
you're telling me
today.
there's no difference between Haley
It,
and Deja?
It's not.
There are. I'm not gonna lie. Like Haley, I'm not gonna lie. I think Haley's a way better
now we could be
Deja.
honest and talk
No,
about
I'm
it. You
being
talk
no. I'm
about
serious.
it when
Like there
you
are
put your shit on
differences
Front
between
Street.
games.
You said a better defender?
Shooter, not no, hell no, not defender.
She
But
damn near a better defender, but
she's
okay.
saying I'm saying Haley is a way better shooter than Deja for sure.
No, Michi, no. Oh yes, Michi.
Brandon shush. But
You,
like no, like there are differences between their like within their games. Like
you
yeah. So that's why when you're saying like
made me
in
cuss.
terms
Rashard,
of like
I don't care.
defense,
You just
Haley's
proved
gonna
my
get
point.
ate
Your
up by
tone was
Georgia.
different.
He finna make me
Tone
But
was
cuss.
those
different.
are two different players,
Your
Lo.
tone was different, and you were right on Front Street. And I told you one thing on me, I'm gonna circle back, and I circle back.
No,
I
because
think
And
they're
your
a
I'm
lot
not
more
lying.
similar than they are different,
I'm still
Rashard.
standing
they
by
are.
what I'm saying. They are
They
different. I
are.
said that to you in the chat. They are different.
Your tone was different too.
Oh my god.
Sure was.
So what is
Brandon, shut up.
our final verdict? How do we what are we looking for? LSU and Virginia Tech, that's on the 30th.
Virginia Tech gonna win, I think. You can put that in
Virginia
your
Tech is
notes.
winning by 15.
I
Y'all,
got.
Oh.
He said
y'all
15.
dragging. Like
No, I'm not gonna say
LSU's
15.
gonna win.
y'all.
I
I
believe in
think
Bob
LSU's
Stoops.
gonna win. It's at LSU. LSU has
LSU.
a really. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be sold out. The crowd's gonna be wild. The players are gonna kind of go off of that energy, and I don't think Amore can do it by herself, and I don't think Kitley's going to do enough. When Kitley plays versus mobile bigs, it's a struggle. We don't know what's going on with Samaya Smith, so hopefully, we don't really know if she's going to be available or not for that game. Don't really know if Angel's going to be available or not for that game, but I do think that a
Nope.
player like Anissa Morrow can make Kitley work because Anissa is very active on the boards. Kitley does not jump to get boards. Anissa is very quick on her feet. Kitley is she's just a bad matchup when it comes to quick post players. So I think LSU.
Amore is
I
going
mean,
for
It's
Heisman.
about to.
Amore is probably gonna have a good game, but I think Michaela's gonna have a good game, and I think Anissa will also have a good game. So,
Amore is going for 40, and they're
Kitley,
and they
winning by
still
15
gonna lose.
points.
She
Kitley
might
can't do
have to
nothing.
go for 40. She had to go for 40 for them to even be, well, close to 40 for them to even be in the game with Iowa.
Kitley can't do nothing with Anissa.
It's about to be the battle of the turnaround fadeaway jumper, because that's all Kitley and Morrow been doing this whole year, or Kitley for multiple years, but Morrow just added that to the bag.
Oh, I was gonna say dueling group chats, but that works too.
She can't do nothing with Mara.
If
And with
Virginia Tech wins, I would be
go ahead.
completely shocked.
Me too. They don't have enough time, but what they could do is they could really run it quick and do a little 1 in 4 out, slip whoever else in the starting lineup, put Michaela in that quote unquote 4 position and kind of play a 4 out and let Ika do it back in the middle. They'll eat them up. But I know they don't have enough time probably for that, or she might not be thinking about that because Moki is a traditional like 2 posts. But they could do that 4 out, slide Michaela at the 4 because she's big enough to just figure it out. She's talented enough to figure it out, even though she's young, and they can eat them up. But whatever.
Guys, I regret to inform you we have to back up because tomorrow Notre Dame and Tennessee.
Hannah going for 80.
Um,
Wait, it was the little sign like
I mean,
They
Hannah
about to
might
be
get
taking the
double.
Tennessee guards about to be taking the ball up, and they about to be just like Low. Let me finish.
Yeah.
She gonna take the ball right out their hand.
I might
Let me
have to
finish.
put some money down on how many steals Hannah get, man. Like
oh
I think she might
damn.
get
It
Plus
double
may get
digit
6.
steals.
15. It may get
Oh
15.
no, y'all about
Shit.
to get hooked on FanDuel.
Yeah. They they
Now
ain't
what's
gonna
wrong with
I
She gonna
might
have
that?
to
have
steal the corn
to.
from the.
I don't know, man.
Wait, are
She's
they
like
playing at Tennessee or
ball
Notre Dame?
pressure
it's not
at
24/7.
Tennessee
It don't even matter. Tennessee hate they court. They hate
in
playing.
Knoxville. She said they.
Yo, every time Tennessee play, every time they shoot, I hear that shit hit the rim. Like I know the sound already.
I can't I will I can't Jillian, it's like she's going backwards. I don't know. Striplings. I mean, she's not awful, but
She
what
playing
she
better.
I
She
don't
off the bench, right?
I'm just saying the bigs, like I I I don't know. I don't
But
know.
low, what we have
I
been saying
think
is that
the
Kelly
game's
been
gonna be
recruiting
interesting.
major talent to our Power Five program. We've been saying that since she got there, and I mean,
Right.
he is
But
out, and look what's happening.
yeah,
I
but
think that Tennessee can make it interesting, but I do think Notre Dame will win, especially because of like I don't think West Bell's been really playing amazing as of late. Um
Hmm.
I think Prosper could be playing better. I don't think she's really gotten to how she looked last year as well. And so, it could be interesting, but it starts with Hannah. And if Hannah's getting all those steals and they're getting out in the fast break and she's knocking down shots, it's gonna be a long night for Tennessee because I don't really trust the other players on Tennessee's team to kind of match Hannah shot for shot. Like,
yeah. And
yeah,
then
Nah,
I
yeah,
don't,
that
I
girl
don't know.
and
consistent as
Tennessee
hell.
don't do little stuff like they'll like not rebound. The defense will be awful, and you can't. They're not in a position, in my opinion, to let things like that slip.
Mm.
So, I mean, if
I can't wait until like tomorrow's like 100% because
that would help, that
That
would
would
help.
help
yeah,
them. Yeah, that would
like
definitely help.
I know it's gonna take some time because that shit don't be happening quick, but I can't wait until
But
she's like,
right, and then she's not in shape yet, and Hannah's not gonna slow it down enough for her to get right.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, I do think that she could benefit from more minutes, like in actual games, like, like obviously not to the point where like it start hurting them, but like she's not getting like not enough minutes in the games. I feel like she could still be if like effective in some areas, but it's like she come in, she come right out. So
I
I
just
don't.
need Tess Darby to simmer down. She been out there bruising.
Nah, she need to keep that energy, man. They need like I feel like every team need a big bruiser. I didn't know it'd be Tess Darby though, but
Mm-mm.
hey,
I
if you
don't want
gotta
to
get a
see
little
young
tech
Hannah
here and
running
there,
into no
you gotta get a
pig.
little tech here and there and let people know you ain't no push around and hey, do what you gotta
I
do.
thought you was about to say something else.
If Caitlyn can do it, if
Hey, yo, I
Caitlyn
did
can
too.
do it, Tess Darby can do it too.
She saw me and Sarah over there with them hay bales and thought her
I
dad
was
was
getting ready
blowing
to
up money.
ask.
No, they was over there trying to in the next field over trying to out compete us, but it's okay. We coming next time.
The practice field next week.
They brought out the tractor and everything. I said, nah, time to up the
the,
budget.
the JV cornfield.
40 acres and a mule.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's the final verdict? Notre Dame?
About
Yeah.
22.
okay,
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Y'all making some outlandish
Um,
claims. We got Virginia Tech by 15, Notre Dame by
yeah,
22.
y'all really dragging it. For real.
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
that was
I
a
got
joke. It was a
Notre Dame
joke.
in a close one. Because that's also a thing. If the game is close, which I do think it kind of will be, because each team has their flaws at this point in the season because of injuries, I think Hannah can close, and I don't really know if there's somebody on Tennessee's team that you can just go to
Yeah,
get a bucket.
It was Jasmine Powell last game, but I don't know if she does it. She doesn't do that consistently, but maybe she
Yeah,
turn up. I think Jewel can. Because Jewel can get a bucket. If we gonna call it special,
she
like Jewel
can.
get a,
Yeah,
but she gotta. Sometimes I think she gets a little passive instead of like doing her thing. Like she can get passive, but they gonna need Jewel to hoop. You know what's also interesting? It's kind of a pattern with like these ACC guards. They can score kind of, but the defense is not truly there. I don't want you to be a one, but you can put the ball in the bucket. Like, so she just got to know that she that girl and score the ball. And and Jasmine Powell has to pass the ball and get the ball to the right people when it's time, or they just gonna have to go with Wells. Period. Don't play if Jasmine not doing her thing. Just go with Wells and let it be that. And play Kia win. And they look better when she be playing because she can play some defense. Fuck.
She sound aggravated.
I
Right.
am because like
But I think Yana, it was Yana talking about Prosper. I think the difference with Prosper this year is like she's trying to do a little bit more, like add more to her game. But I think one area where like it was like less pressure with her was like Olivia was finding her in the right spots last year, and now she's kind of trying to take it off the bounce, do a little extra things. So hopefully she finds her rhythm.
she
It
look
just looked
like
like she was playing a little bit more free last year.
I think she'd be doing a lot sometimes,
she look like
but
Del Rosario to me.
Travel.
wait, Prosper looks like
Yes, they look alike.
Del Rosario.
They look alike to me.
Oh no! Oh, look alike.
Like
Okay,
looks or play like.
not
No,
the game though, right?
no. They just look alike in the face.
Oh, okay.
That's free to
Okay.
call
Florida and Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. How has Georgia?
Florida. I'm going with Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, how has
They're both
Georgia
five.
been this
They're
year?
both 5-1 right now.
Whoa,
Nail yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Um,
Hold on, let me go check.
Georgia Tech don't really look that good to me, to be honest. I think they've played favorable teams to start the season, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But Florida probably looks a little bit more put together. I think Aaliyah Matharu's been really good for them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida.
They bigs are
Yeah,
good.
their tough. Oh, I'm sorry. Their toughest opponent was Creighton, and they lost.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like the way Georgia Tech was playing in Bianca Jackson's face the last time she was there. So I
Nail
just
love a
kind of
big
like stopped
guard, and then
watching
she
them.
just sprinkle
Like
in
they just
like some
started starting
overseas
the bench
players.
players, putting the stars on the bench, and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching them no more.
Florida's a little more complete. They got some decent bigs. They got some people who can knock some shots down. They got some playmakers, so I would go with Florida too.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
yeah,
we touched on it a little earlier, but Vandy and NC State.
I got North Carolina State.
Vandy. That's a tough one. Listen, I'm just gonna watch the game and hope that it's a great game because I
I
think it
got
could be
NC
one.
State. I got NC State.
I hope everyone
I,
has fun and NC State.
I think Vanderbilt could squeeze them out one if Sasha comes to do her big one.
where's the game?
Somebody got to help her. It's at NC State.
They got shooters. That's the thing. They have the 3-point shooting bug this year. It's just the fact that
Oh
the
yeah, because that little
facilitator
freshman.
is on her last. Not I don't want to say that. Let me not say that.
All right.
But she just coming off an injury and she's working her way back.
I gotta
So
see how Vandy like defends NC State's speed, because I do think
hmm
Rhode Island did a really good job of containing NC State on fast break and stuff like that, and that gave them a shot at winning the game. I haven't really seen Vandy have to be like too good defensively because of the team they're playing, so this is going to be an interesting test just to see what they're like defensively. But they can score this year. They can definitely score. Scoring is not an issue, so it'll be interesting. But I got NC State.
all right, we move on to the University of Miami versus Mississippi State.
I don't know.
Didn't Day Wilson go to Miami? Or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
yeah.
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 she
Got
there.
sit out.
Miami and Mississippi State. You said
No, she playing.
Yes.
Oh, she
that
She's
should be a
playing.
good
playing.
game. Like I know Mississippi State was struggling a little early on with certain teams. I haven't been watching Miami like that, but I do know they have a little good team, but they still like gelling together. I think Jada Patrick, who was at Columbia, is now at Miami, and she started off at Duke. So it depends. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a close game. I think because
Killing them K's.
Who is
both teams are
Mississippi
still
State's
like
starting point guard?
trying to find their chemistry. So
Lauren.
She started
who?
it.
Yeah. Park
Lawrence
Lane.
Kirk Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Park Lane is there. Yeah, but I'm talking about like both teams. Like Jada Patrick is at Miami, Lauren's at Mississippi State, but they're both still trying to find their gel. So they're trying to find three.
Mississippi State's winning that game.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah, I
Just
close
got
for
Mississippi
noting,
sure.
State.
We've seen close
Miami
games,
has
but
played Jacksonville, Fordham, Southern, Colgate, ETSU. So this is gonna be their first Power Five school of the season.
and wasn't that Mississippi State game with Clemson close? Yana said.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a 3-point game.
So yeah, I mean, I'm expecting another close game.
I got Mississippi State winning, but I think it'll be a close, fun one.
Okay. That brings us to the last one of tomorrow. Louisville and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I don't even know if I want to watch that game.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
I
watch
Oh
that.
would.
Well, you know
mercy.
what?
It just sounds like a headache, right?
Wait, pause. Now, I know people saying Ole Miss, but we saw Ole Miss and Louisville struggle this season against specific teams. So I
And
don't know what to expect, but Louisville did look a little better in that game after they lost against Gonzaga. Like they looked like after me minus the foul trouble that the refs was on some BS that game, but they look like they found like their footing like low
But
key.
I
So
think the difference between the Gonzaga game and the Alabama game is defense. And Alabama's defense troubled Louisville. So like Louisville made so many turnovers, and Louisville had their own press that was giving Alabama trouble, but Alabama was pressing Louisville, and Louisville was struggling just to get the ball across half court and get into any type of offense. And so Yo has the athletes to press Louisville the entire game and make that uncomfortable for
but on
them.
the flip,
And
on the flip,
Yeah.
Louisville got a press too,
mhm,
and Ole Miss without their starting point guard. They got a youngin at the
yeah,
point.
true.
so
And what's that girl name? Not is it Nyla Harris? I forgot her last name,
For
but
who?
for Louisville, she's like at the top of that press.
But yeah, they got the little freshman with the bang. That and she has done decent,
Dang.
but you
Wait,
know,
what? The bangs? Come on, Ole Miss.
yeah,
Yeah.
the white
Oh,
girl.
oh, she got bangs.
it's gonna be
She
interesting.
got a bang.
There might be 20 plus
Bang.
turnovers in the first half alone.
That's what I was gonna say. I
Good
think the
heavens.
person with the most
But one thing
most
about
paint
Louisville, they
points and the
guards in
least
the afraid to
turnovers
shoot. I'd be like, damn, calm
wins the
down. Like they
game.
be pulling that thing contested and all. Like they got a hand in the face. They doing step backs between the legs, behind the back, cross,
Ole
step back,
Miss half court
shot. I'm
offense
like,
is
damn,
just
like calm
is just
down.
kind of
But
troubling to me.
Olivia Cochran has been good for Louisville so
Can
far.
Rashard and Craig hear each other?
I don't think so because it's been happening for a little minute.
Really? Craig is talking. It says that he's muted.
Rashard drunk.
So I'm no what? Stop. I'm looking. I
He
can screenshot. You know what? I'm gonna
is
screenshot this
muted
video.
now, but every time he come off of mute, you be talking sometimes, and then sometimes
I
when he
haven't heard
talking, you
him.
come off of mute. I think y'all can't hear each other.
Maybe Twitter is glitching, but I just sent you a screenshot.
Not you just okay.
You know he got
Brandon,
to be
stop
right.
talking.
Instead of just
Brandon,
actively
hush.
listening, he took
Just
a
hush.
screenshot.
He got to be right. You can't
Just
lose
be
the
quiet.
battle.
So we move on to Thursday. Duke at Georgia.
Duke.
Duke.
Dude,
That's crazy that y'all are being so succinct when talking about Duke. When
I've seen enough of
it's gonna
Georgia
win.
just to know that Duke is
Yeah,
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 Duke. If
Georgia's
they don't win, that's on uh
Georgia's
Carla.
Georgia's Georgia's really bad.
Shirley
Yeah.
Chisholm is gonna give them a speech for the ages, and they're going in there and handle that game.
So we had Georgia to Kentucky and Missouri
Not, maybe not
No,
now.
for
not
the
yet.
Not
trade list.
Not
Okay, so
yet.
okay,
She
not
got a
yet.
good
because
little
they just
class
got back
coming
their
in, I
name
believe.
Saturday. There's some twins I know.
Oh, she got them twins.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay,
So
something like that.
The
we
Puma
move
girls, right? The little
to
Puma.
I don't know their names now.
Missouri and Virginia.
Don't care.
Virginia.
Virginia,
Goodness gracious, y'all.
go back to the Big 12.
Mm. And take Sophie with you. Arkansas and Florida State.
Ooh.
Ooh. I
Hmm.
don't know because that little freshman they got be hooping.
Yeah, Talia
Yeah.
Scott.
Wait, Arkansas faces who?
Florida State.
That's gonna be a good game. I got Florida State winning.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Okay.
Who's stopping Latson? Like,
Lasting
Boston
be good.
College.
So be stopping lasting sometimes. So if she locked in,
Uh-oh.
nobody. Not in a bad way, but if
I
she
know, I
locked
gotta
in,
stop saying that.
not in a, like if she locked in, then she good. But if she not, then
hmm
Boston College and Kentucky.
nobody though.
All right.
Ooh, my God, today.
Why would they match those two teams up?
why would they? Why would they schedule that one?
Every
They
team
said, "Fuck
got to
this." We
play.
ran out.
I know, but like they could have switched them to somebody else. They could have make it a little bit fun.
Oh
They
man,
could have
I'm gonna
put
go with
Louisville and fucking Kentucky like they always do. But damn, they said,
that would have
"Fuck
been
this
awful.
matchup." I mean, it's still teams that we know got some history with each other. But
But I
Boston
like the
College and
even
Kentucky.
matchups though, because people kind of look at this like ACC, SEC challenge, or the same way they used to look at the other ones and be like, our team, the ACC may win this many games and the SEC win this many games, so this conference. So when you kind of put the good teams with the not so good teams, it's a lopsided count. So I kind of like it. Hey,
I'm not gonna
have
lie, for
the
Mess,
bottom
I would
teams
have
banging out with the bottom teams.
for Mess, I would have liked to see Louisville versus LSU.
Well, come on now.
I'm
But
not gonna
but
lie,
Ole
it could have
Miss
been
and
a good
LSU was
game.
mess. But Ole Miss and LSU was mess last season.
True,
That's a good
true,
one.
true, true.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently the challenge in this one is being invested.
Bingo.
Well, go Kira, go America. Alabama and Syracuse.
Ooh, that's gonna
Alabama.
be fun. I like.
No,
Alabama.
Hold
no,
on.
it's not.
No.
Alabama's gonna win.
What?
Okay, but listen,
All
Syracuse
right,
is a
Syracuse.
Alabama
feisty
hype
little
train.
team, though.
Syracuse got a cute
Don't
little
sleep on
team.
Syracuse.
Oh
Yeah, they got a cute
please.
little team now. Don't do that.
Rashard,
Bama
go
just got
outside. Like,
walked
leave your
over
room.
by somebody this weekend. Like, I know Bama beat Louisville, but then they turned around and got like
They got
they lost
smoked.
really
Yeah.
badly. Let me see who they play. I
Syracuse
don't
got a
remember.
cute little team
They
now.
was tired. They was tired.
They got this big that I like. They point guard is of course good. This girl number 5. They got a cute little team. So not too much. That's gonna be a good little
Mm,
game.
I don't know.
Rashard, leave the calf and go to the game.
Leave the cab. I am not at Syracuse somewhere. Please.
How far is it from you?
4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's in
He went to
Alberta.
Q House for Thanksgiving.
Hey
Don't play.
now, come
Brandon,
on.
do not play with me. I would do not play.
Relax.
He was over there tying his
Brandon,
ties.
do not play with me, Brandon.
That's not funny. So,
Brandon going
uh,
straight to hell.
Clemson at Auburn.
Who?
Clemson at Auburn.
Clemson.
Auburn.
Clemson.
Why?
I hate to say that.
Because that
Oh God, I
freshman
can't
girl.
believe I
That's
just
really
said that.
why the freshman.
Hmm.
That's the only reason why I'm saying
That's a good
Auburn.
matchup. It's a girl that was on Clemson that transferred to Auburn. Her name Kiana or something. Kiana
Mm.
Gaines, something like that. It'll be interesting.
She had a
Okay.
nasty lisp.
Texas A&M and Wake Forest.
Well,
Texas
I got to see
A&M.
Texas
AMC.
A&M.
I ain't
Who
seen
the fuck Wake
AMC.
Forest
Um,
got now?
Well,
They
shit, they let me
done.
down at Purdue, so I don't know.
Wait, but Purdue is always a sneaky good team, so
Purdue did them in
they
Purdue did
did.
who
with a
in?
capital N.
Texas A&M, but they came back a little bit, but didn't just didn't win.
I don't know.
I'm
And then
sweating over Wake
finally,
Forest.
Not the
It's
Battle
gonna
of
be
the
a
finals.
long season.
Carolinas. South Carolina versus North
South
Carolina.
Carolina.
South
Check.
Carolina. But North
She didn't
Carolina
hype
gonna
this
come out and
game.
play
She
their
didn't came
best
on
game
Twitter and
ever.
hyped this game up for no reason.
All
Ooh.
right, wait, we pause. Not too much, Craig. Let her hype the
They,
game up.
no,
Let the
no,
fans
Deja,
come.
Deja,
Look, look, look,
Let
look,
the
look, look.
fans come.
Deja got to let her Twitter fingers
Look, look,
Low,
look, look.
low. I can hear you doing.
ball.
Look.
I
Like
like
let
it
the
though.
fans
Like I'm
come.
saying, like, create a little buzz. We supposed to get that scrimmage
Hmm
the other year. We didn't get it,
She got a
Oh my
shout out
god!
from
So she can
Asia
go out there and
Wilson.
shoot 6 for 26. But okay,
Shit
Not too
ain't got nothing to
much,
do with
Craig.
me.
Not too much, Craig.
you
She got
go
her
go
little
rebound
shout
for her.
out
Go rebound
from.
for her.
Are
I'm
they
Stop
not
playing
even
the?
screaming for
gonna
no
hold
rebound.
y'all.
You telling me rebound for
If
her? I
South
put my Juwan
Carolina,
Mans
Go
on
go
real
get off
quick.
space, hop off
Hold on,
space, and
y'all.
go
Hold on.
rebound.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
think South Carolina will win this game by 30. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Yeah,
Mm.
UNC just has not looked good. Maybe they'll find their shot in the South Carolina game because they'll be at home. But if they're playing like they've been playing to start this season, like we talking about a UNC team that should have lost to Davidson. They should have lost to Vermont. Um, they finally lost to like Florida Gulf Coast, and then not Florida. Was it? Yeah, they did lose.
I thought
Yeah,
they got
like
You
by Florida
saying
State
wait?
they've
today.
been
It was
You saying should
skating
have, but they
by.
won.
when you
But they
say ask
shouldn't
question.
have. If you watch the game, a
I
lot
know.
of
I
that was
watched it.
more
It was a little
so
ugly for
on the refs.
sure.
Yeah,
It
and the
was a
Who
little
refs
ugly
helped
for
them along
sure.
the way, especially
And
in
one
that
who are the
thing I've
Vermont
been
shooters?
game.
saying,
Who are the
one
shooters
thing
on
I've
that
been saying
team?
for UNC is that like Kayla, she's coming back off an injury and it's looking like she's about to be their point guard. So
Oh,
she's
her. Yes, yes.
yeah,
Drea.
she's real good. And like Tioni is, I think that's how you pronounce it, if I'm not wrong. But Baby Key, she coming back from her injury,
But
but
is
she's
she
out her
playing on
she's
Thursday?
out her I don't
Okay.
know, but she's out her wait, but I don't know, but she's out of her boot. So I'm not sure how she's been progressing so far since the season
But what
started.
difference do they make?
What you mean what difference it makes? Those are good players for them.
Good players coming off the bench.
Well,
Kayla. No, I'm talking
if
about
You
they're
the
Kayla
one.
not
has been
This is
playing
well,
Thursday,
Kayla has been in a few
tone.
games,
What
so it's
low
still
say
gelling.
tone?
But also, Craig, don't start with me.
No, because whenever you talking about somebody else coming off injury, it's a but. It's a but. But then
Like
you talking about
who?
them
Like
and
who?
saying, oh,
Where's your
it's a
work? Show your
positive
work.
off of.
Show your work.
Don't
Show
get
my
me
what?
started.
Show your work, Craig.
Cause I get started.
You just stop talking out the
I
side of your
said
neck and we'll be
Craig, not
good. We'll be
low.
okay.
But like I was saying, also I just feel like a team coming off of two L's is like they ain't gonna come into the game on some BS. I mean, that's what
I
I
mean that's
think
fine. They don't
personally.
have to come into the game on some BS.
No,
But I
yeah,
still
I
think
just
South
don't
Carolina
know.
ain't gonna
It
come
may
into the
end
game
up.
on some BS.
We getting a whole
No, of
dissertation
course,
over a team that's not even
Yana,
going to be
of
in the top
course.
25 most of the
But I
year.
just think I'm not saying it's going to be a close game throughout the entirety of the game, but it's going to be something. Like it ain't going to be. I don't think it's going to be
It's
like
going
a
to be something, y'all.
smoke
It's going to be
session.
something.
I don't think it's going to be a smoke session from like the start of the game.
Who?
I
That's normally how
think
it goes. Who?
personally, Notre Dame's current team looks better than how UNC is playing right now. And Notre Dame got smoked. I think Maryland looks better regardless of those losses because to be honest, if UNC had Maryland's schedule, UNC would have gotten waxed, which they will on Thursday by South Carolina, and they would have gotten waxed by UConn. UNC is lucky because of their terrible scheduling to start the season. But I don't care. No. If they don't lose by less than 30, then hey, congrats to them. They still gonna get their ass beat though. It'll probably be 28.
And I think the thing with South Carolina is like
Yeah.
the problem is, and not I mean for anybody, right? But especially for North Carolina, like you said, they do have injuries. They're still trying to figure it out. Even if you
Hmm.
come in a game, right, and Camilla's not on or whoever else, when you turn to the bench and you got Malaysia and Ashland and Sanaya mobbing on the court, I just don't think it almost that's almost worse to me. I don't know. it's backwards, but it's just too much. And I don't think, from what I've seen from, I don't want to pronounce her name wrong, the tall dark skinned girl in the paint. She
For
had
who?
North Carolina. She had her best
God
game
dang.
against, yeah, I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. She had her best game against Florida Gulf Coast, but they really didn't have any size really to match up with her. So I don't see her being able to do anything with Camilla. And if she can't put no pressure on Camilla, like even if Camilla missed 18 layups, she'll make at least 10. You know what I mean? So I just don't see. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Who's laughing?
Brandon.
This
What
man's
you
so
laughing at,
mad.
Brandon?
Wait, no, he got
What's
so
so
mad.
Caught me off
funny?
guard
And
when you
that's
said
not
he said
funny.
miss
What's so
18.
funny, Brandon?
Hey, if
I
she
would
makes
like to
10, that's
know.
still 20 points though. So
Right.
hey.
And that's how she do. Like so like I just don't. So one first thing first, you got to get to Camilla. Maybe Camilla have a bad game, but even with Camilla having a bad game, that's still what 10. Okay. Then what? You got to get the Raven, okay, or Pow Pow, okay. But then if they not, you're gonna bring on Malaysia and Ashley. It's just a lot, and I just don't know if North Carolina can. So that's why I think, like you said, it might start close, but I think after that it could just get
No, yeah,
airy.
because North Carolina don't have a bench right now because they got some players that's injured. So hey,
But I
So
do think
wait,
they'll get up. They're gonna get up the hoop. Like they're gonna get up charged. They're gonna be
Yeah,
ready.
of
Like I think
course.
no,
that's.
yeah, because they coming off of 2 losses, so for sure.
yeah, and this is
And then I mean, not even
this
the two
is almost
losses.
the same
It's
team
South
that
Carolina.
played.
It's the number one team. Like, who's not going to be hyped to play the number one team?
It just
But did
don't
they ever
compare.
hang their banner for
Okay.
playing South Carolina close in the tournament the other year?
Say what?
Oh, but they
Not
talk about it.
yo. Like because don't start, Shawnee.
I'm just saying that seemed to
When
be
did you
something they was
become
hanging
the
their hat on.
Because
age
I
of the chicken
mean,
wings?
like she had a good game. That was all.
Yeah,
When
but
did these
everybody
horns
was
come
like,
out your
"Ooh,
forehead?
She
When
ain't
did you
drag
become
it
a Tar
against
Heel?
it. Like she ain't drag it after. Like oh my god, I had a great game against South Carolina. Like she had a great game. She hooped.
I mean, a lot of
That
people
was it.
did.
yeah." I was
Like
gonna
What
I
weren't
mean,
say,
they like
even if
the?
people
We've been
did,
the
that's
only
not.
one. We was the only one keep South Carolina to single digits in the tournament, all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
players, teams, and media too. So yeah,
I mean, yeah, they did that. Okay, and like that's not her saying like, "Oh my god, I had like a great game against South Carolina."
T word, T word, T word.
Honestly, if I'm Don, my speech simply gonna be this team did not they did not want to play us for the past like 4 years because they was like afraid of the freshies and they didn't think y'all would be anything, and so that's why they put us on the schedule this year. So
Oh my gosh.
show them why they should have just kept us off of the fucking schedule because we finna have a time.
not Moki scheduling.
Wait another 4 years.
Yeah, after Moki
Just
blocked
go
the
ahead and
player to
wait
go to
another
South
4 years.
Carolina, Moki is insane. She's gonna pay for that. She really blocked a player to go to South Carolina. Mm-mm-mm.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the ACC SEC challenge and of our program for this evening. So, if all hearts and minds are clear,
Wait, I have one more
Wait, wait,
thing.
wait.
If you
Yes,
Turn
I
on
have
have
one more thing
ESPN
too.
Plus.
There's
if
another
you
game Sunday as well.
What
Ohio
game?
State and Tennessee, and I know Ohio State and Tennessee is coming up, and I think UConn and somebody. UConn
Yes,
and Texas?
UConn, Texas on Sunday. Yeah, I'll be in the building.
I have one more thing to say too. I know Jazz kind of highlighted her earlier, but I just wanted to like speak on it on Spaces. Madison Hayes has been real good for NC State, like real good this season. I think it's all coming together for her this season. In the bigger rush she's playing, like obviously she's not playing off the bench behind anybody, and like she has another year of eligibility if she chooses to do so. So, and like she's a big guard, shooting it well, doing it all, rebounds, defense. She's been real good. That's a player I will keep my eye on.
all
And
right.
That's all.
lastly, if you have the Pac-12 network, Colorado's in a battle right now with Boston University. A really, really tight battle, and it's the third quarter. So go look at it.
And I just want to clarify this. Um,
We don't care, Brandon.
you better look. I dropped my phone. I was about to cuss you. Anyway, so
Let's still not give North Carolina credit for this game because they didn't schedule us. It was already pre-selected, so they still dodging the smoke. So let the hate continue.
Well, god dang, ain't nobody's hearts and mind
Aren't
was
you
cleared.
endorsing hate?
Well, I'll drink to that.
I
We
got
have
one other thing to
pregame.
add. Turn it to ESPN Plus. Shout out to your HBCUs. Howard is in overtime with number 22 Cincinnati. I know it's men's basketball, but still support your
Oh,
HU.
wait, what?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I hope they lose.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
Oh, I
now.
forgot you went to the other HU.
I went to the real HU. You watch your mouth.
Shawnee, what about solidarity between your HBCUs, please?
Not those.
So you go up for everybody except Howard.
Yes, correct. And certainly not no Howard men. Like if I gotta go up for Howard women for the
Wait,
sake of for the greater good, okay, but no,
I got a
not no
question.
Howard men.
I got a question. I'm so sorry. This is about basketball, about North Carolina. That transfer from Stanford, what's her role? What is her thing? Like,
I
what is she
think the
good at?
biggest thing that she contributes to is defense. From what
Okay.
I've seen, the shooting has not been near so far this season, but for sure defense.
Okay, cool. I just didn't know. Okay, that's all.
All right. Well, if all hearts and minds are clear now,
Okay, so
We got some new merch. Go and get some merch. It's the winner. All right, now
go
it's the
get new
winner.
merch. We got a post game show coming on Thursday. Be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we'll be back after it later this week. So we thank y'all. Have a great night.